Today we're going to be talking about x and y intercepts. So it is important first to define what they are. The x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. And the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So we're looking here, it says what are the intercepts? So my x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis, so right here, and that point is 3 and 0. My y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, so right here, that point is 0, 2. It is important to notice that at the x-intercept, y is always equal to 0, and at the y-intercept, x is always equal to 0. So, for example number 2, it gives us the intercepts and it asks us to sketch the line. So my x-intercept is -2, so I'll make a point there. And my y-intercept is 2, so I'll make a point there. And then I'll just go ahead and sketch that line. Alright, so an x-intercept can also be called a root, a solution, and a 0. So those 4 words, x-intercept, root, solution, 0, are interchangeable. So for example number 3, when it says identify the zeros, we know that 0 means the same thing as x-intercept. So for this graph, my x-intercept is 3, which means that my 0 is 3. Over here, it appears that it crosses the x-axis twice, once at -2 and once at 1. So that means my zeros, or my x-intercepts, are -2 and 1. Now we're going to look how to find it from an equation or algebraically. So we mentioned earlier that 0 means the same thing as x-intercept, and we know that x-intercept is where y is equal to 0. So we're going to go ahead and plug in 0 for y, and we need to notice that this, whenever I see this, this is the same thing as y. So we're going to put in 0 for y, and then just solve for x. Okay, so then we get that x is equal to 2, so that is my x-intercept. Alright, so last example again, we're going to plug in 0 for y, and we know that anything times 0 is just 0. Okay, so then we'll divide by 3, and then we get that our x-intercept is equal to 12. And that is how you find x and y intercepts.